So it's a rainy day, middle of February, and this time of year we usually work on our stuff for the next season. Actually been doing that for a couple of months already. Today I'm working on a wood stove. We want to get into a teepee tent this year, so I've ordered a large ammo box, 20 millimeter, that's much bigger than these. It's about 18 by 8 by 14 tall, and I've watched a ton of wood stove, ammo box, ammo can, wood stove videos for tents and for camping, and I just trying to improve on the ideas I've seen, and I haven't seen this one yet, but doesn't mean it's not out there. But I want to have glass in my doors, and I want to have a couple of doors on it with windows, so I thought that I could use these lids for the doors and just cut out a rectangle for the glass. Get rid of this system here because it takes up too much space. And what I'll do is I'll cut this down to about 2 inches or so all the way around. Get rid of this too. The one door on the big side of the can, the door is going to be horizontal, and I'll leave this hinge system like it is, so you can remove the doors just by dropping that down on there, and we'll probably load it through the vertical door on the narrow end, tall narrow. But these lids already, I've seen people put the rope around them, the wood store door rope, and it replaces the rubber seal. So I ordered some of that on Amazon yesterday. I got the darker graphite impregnated stuff. I believe that's what it is, graphite. And it came with the adhesive, and it's for about 7 feet of the stuff. With the adhesive, it's about $15. But I got the 3/8, I figured that'll be about the right size to replace this little rubber seal here. Yesterday, I figured out what size piece of glass I would need, and I looked up on the internet, and I saw in Vancouver there's a Peninsula Glass, and they had a nice little quote workup sheet on their website, and I filled it all out and sent it in, and it said it would be ready by Monday or Tuesday. Well, they called me 4 hours later and it was ready, so I was really impressed with that. Also, I got $17 discount for will call rather than shipping, so that was nice. Similar piece of 3/16 thick ceramic glass, you know, on eBay it was $50 or so, and I got this for $29. It did have the option for $10 more to get this self-adhesive gasket for the window, and I'm just gonna adhesive it on there, of course, all the way around, and then that side will go down in here onto the metal. I've seen some people have glass breakage problems with warpage of the metal, and it just, glass can't take it. So this cushions it and seals it. And then the clips I'm going to make are going to be kind of a U-type clip, and I'm going to drill some holes, probably 3 places across the long side and maybe 1 on the short in the middle. And they're going to probably be out of, I'm going to form up some little clips out of this really light gauge stainless, and then you don't want to tighten them too much. Just snug them up. I don't know if there's heat resistant Loctite, or if just the regular Loctite might work for that. I'll have to look that up, but yeah. I'm going to trim these wings off here because we're backpacking, and you know, we do have 7 goats, but the body of this thing I'm probably going to have to pack on my own back, because we try to keep the goats down to about 15 pounds per side, and I think the body is going to weigh probably at least 20. My idea is to take all the doors off. It'll have 3 doors, counting the large door that comes on the ammo box, and then 2 of these doors, and the 3 of those doors can go on one side of a goat. And then we have other things to consider. But Lauren and I, we built this little flame arrestor, or spark arrestor, a couple days ago out of stainless. And this perforated tube, I saved it from the scrap at work, I don't know, maybe a couple years ago. But I knew it would come in handy for something eventually. Whether it be a muffler or something, but it was 6 or 7 inch, maybe 8 inch diameter, and we trimmed a bunch of material out of it, and then we formed it around a piece of 4 inch stainless steel OD tube, and then tacked her back up, but put a ring of the same stainless we were forming it around in there, and then I got this little wire I just for a sample bent up. So when we're going to have some roll-up titanium stovepipe, and it'll be about 8 foot tall, but when you roll it up the narrow way, and it's supposed to fit inside here. Otherwise I would have just put some tabs in here so that when you slip this on the stovepipe, it doesn't slip all the way down and block all your holes off, but a wire going through there like that will stop it from going down further than it needs to. So my large ammo can will be here in 2 days on Monday, and then I'll have more to look at, but today I'm going to get a lid done with glass in it. And the other thing is, I think I already said that the one door is going to go horizontal, and I'll be able to leave the hinge system that's on it right now. The other one, the vertical one, I'm going to have to relocate the hinges to a long side. So what I might do, I'm going to drill the spot welds and get this hinge off here, and I might cut it in half so that I can put half of it down low, half of it up high, and spread it out, rather than just have one hinge out in the center. I think that looks kind of silly, like you didn't have enough hinge or something. But and I'm going to get rid of this. Probably already said that. Drill all those, take it off. It doesn't have any use. But that piece of tube right there, kind of a formed up tube with this lip on it, it could also be used for hinge material, because you already have all of this rod that's the right size to go in it. So you could stick a little chunk of that up out of a inch long piece of this and plug weld the bottom of it, and that would be a good hinge as well. So we have some options. Gonna get rid of that handle, of course, because the big window's coming out of this thing. Is there anything up there? Oh, yeah. Like that. Oh. Didn't poke through on any of the back sides, but there are some divots. I may take those up. I feel like it. Once I hit myself, I'm going to take this hinge off. I have to take out that spot. Okay, well, I'm going to cut this down. Done. Okay. Now this is an old can. I've had it since I was probably a teenager. My first toolbox. I think it was my dad's before mine. I wouldn't have cut it up, but I'd already repurposed the box for a battery box at one time, and I cut a hole in the bottom of it. And then it was a little too small for the battery, so I ended up buying a jumbo 50 cal box. It's going to be 3 by 8. We're about 6 inches here. So 1.5 inches from each side. On one side. I like using the combination square. I found that the black Sharpie marks, my color guys don't stand out at all on this green tab green or whatever it is. That's a grease pencil. So great. That's how I do mine. Okay, 1/4 is 3, right? A little bit big, about 3 1/8. Back on the inside of the lines. We'll be fine. This way. 11 3/4. So, down to 8, 3 3/4. That one, 70. 3 3/4. Yeah, 70. It's 170.
came up with 8. 1 9. Not very close. 16. Alright. On the side, we'll do this. Okay. Short sides. Like this. We'll wind down.
Still have these little raised spots right here that would interfere with the glass, so I'm going to just see if I can hammer those flat on the table. I think it'll be a problem. Left enough room for the gasket. Just contemplating if I should stick the gasket on the lid rather than the glass so that I match up the inside of the hole in the metal perfectly. Lay the glass on top of it. Whenever I have a clip, I'm going to put some more of that stuff, more of that rope, stick it on there so it has a cushion on both sides. Okay, yeah, I've left a 1/4 inch all the way around it for my screws to go through to the other side. And those U-clips will probably go over. Box actually seats onto the gasket. I think it's out in the middle out here.